Hello everyone and welcome to this new video. Today we'll discuss the Photos functionality in Autodesk Build. Autodesk Build is part of the Autodesk Construction Cloud for those of you who are new to this channel and new to ACC in general. So Photos in mobile. What you can do from your mobile phone or tablet is you can take photos or videos and add markups to them, different colors. You can also tag different categories to your specific items. Now for this photo in particular, I'm highlighting how the AC unit is on and it should be off. Now you can also select existing tags in the system or create a new one if it's not there. For example, AC. When adding new photos into the system, Autodesk Build will always ask us if we want to take a new photo or upload it from our existing photo library in our mobile phone. In this case, we just took another photo and we are going to add another tag for toilet. You can think of tags as metadata that it's going to be really useful to filter your photos and videos later on. So now, if we go back to our same photo, we can see that the toilet tag is already applied to that specific item. Let's continue taking a few more photos. For example, tiles. And again, if the specific tag we want to add is not there, we can simply create it. You can generate as many tags as you want, but again, think of useful names that you can later search on. Once you are done, simply click Save. With each new photo that we take, remember we can always create new tag categories or existing ones to that photo. Here we'll add switch and something that helps us with that specific discipline or category. It could be electrical or anything that's relevant. After taking a few more photos, we are ready to discuss photo details, which is also a crucial part of the information that can be linked to our photos and videos. First, we'll discuss photo location. Of course, there's intelligence within that photo if the GPS is activated in your mobile phone, but this is also a location from the location breakdown structure of the project in Autodesk Construction Cloud. We can also link certain forms, either existing or new ones, to a specific photo or video in the system, as well as RFIs. These are just some of the references that you can link to photos and videos from the mobile application. Something else that I want to show you here are the filters. Filters are super useful when you want to search for specific tags that we created or certain dates in which those photos or videos were taken. In this case, let's say that we want to filter based on the finishes tag and we'll only get those items that have that tag assigned to them. Moreover, you can also filter based on location, sort in ascending or descending order your results, or even filter based on the photo type, photo, video, or 360 photo. Let's do another example by filtering based on the landscaping tag. Last but not least, you can also have a map view. If your phone has the GPS activated, it will show you an actual map with the photo location. Now you may be wondering, photos and videos are great, but what can they actually connect to in the system? So one example are project issues in which you can assign an existing photo or create a new photo for an existing issue. In this specific scenario, we only need to open the existing issue from the mobile app and link that specific item, whether it's a photo or video. Then, whoever accesses that specific photo or video or issue can see the correlation between the two items from either the mobile application or the desktop. Now, to create an issue from scratch from the mobile app, You simply go to the desired sheet or even from the issue tab itself, and then we can generate a pin in this specific sheet where we have the issue. We simply click on the issue icon and then select the issue category that we are trying to create. In this case, it's a quality issue, and we'll just add the description so it's more specific to what we need to convey to the team. We need to assign a start date and due date. And we can select certain individuals or companies who are relevant either as a watcher or the assignee who's going to be the responsible party to solve this issue, basically. Then we can also select the specific location from the location breakdown structure of this project, and we can add extra text regarding location details if there's something we need to specify. Then we'll select a root cause that explains or clarifies why we're having this issue in the first place. This is all metadata to filter on and can give us key insights. Last but not least, the most important step for the purposes of this demo is adding the photo or video that we want to this issue in particular. Bear in mind that we can also associate files, assets, and RFIs to the issue as well. We are just making sure that we have assigned it to the specific person, in this case the subcontractor, and we also have the required watchers in place for this issue. If we go back to our sheet, we can now see the issue pin with the specific letters for our issue category and type, which we can discuss later in an issues video, but we can also add comments to the specific issue on the side, and this will all be tracked in the system as part of the history. Now, if us or any of our team members who have access to this specific photo go to the photo references, we'll be able to see that this photo is associated to our newly created quality issue in the system. Now, what about forms? Just as we saw with issues, we can also associate a specific photo or video with a form. We simply need to go to the References tab and add an existing form or create one from scratch. In this case, we'll create one based on a smart PDF template that we have preloaded into Autodesk Build. This is an example of a daily safety inspection checklist, and as you can see here, some of the metadata is coming up automatically because in that smart PDF we have certain fields that can be pre-filled by Autodesk Build, like project name and date, etc. But then we simply tab the required checklist on site as needed. Very, very easy with our mobile application, whether that's on the mobile or tablet. I'm just going to fast forward this process. As you can see, you can add any extra text or even sign your form. And voila, your form is now ready to share. You can again add a specific location from the location breakdown structure that, as you can see, is unified for the whole project, even if you're using it in different areas of the system. And you can assign a specific issue, again, create a new one as we saw before, or associate an existing issue in this case. And once we finish all our form, we just need to submit it. And again, the users who have access to this photo can go to the references and find the new filled out form. Similar to what we saw with issues, users can come to the form and add comments on the side. These comments will become part of the form history, and the entire conversation will be there to make the team accountable and track all the details from that form. Now that we've seen many of the available functionalities for Autodesk Build photos in mobile, let's talk about desktop because photos and assets can also be added from the desktop. For example, I have a few photos here for rebar and other site conditions that I want to upload to our project in Autodesk Build. This is Autodesk Build Home. For those that are not familiar, it's very easy to access. You just need to use a web browser, and we recommend using Google Chrome. Then once we are here, we log in with our Autodesk credentials, and in our project we can go directly to our Photos tab where we have all the existing photos from both mobile and desktop. They are always in the same library for that project, and all I'm going to do is drag and drop these photos from my computer to the system. Now there's some new and exciting functionality when it comes to this type of photos, and I'm talking about automatic tagging. This is really exciting because now we can combine these auto tags with the manual tags that we've been created from the mobile app. In this example, we have two auto tags, one for concrete and one for rebar. So let's say that those are great and we just want to add one manual tag for structural because we also need to group our items based on this. If we go to our next photo, it's the same. It also detects that it's about concrete and rebar, and we can again link that manual tag that we created for structural. As you can see with these examples, auto tags definitely reduces the time that we need to invest in classifying our photos and adding those tags manually. So the combination of auto tags and manual tags is great. Now, from the desktop, we can also associate a certain location from the location breakdown structure, similar to what we did from the mobile app previously. Now you must be wondering, how does this auto tag functionality actually work? Well, it's quite simple. Auto tags uses machine learning to apply tags to photos automatically. And this just makes the images have an easier process where you can either track progress, document complete report, or referencing as we've been doing in this video. At the moment, this functionality is limited to certain categories. Some of these categories are site, concrete, framing, MEP systems, electrical, fire protection, etc. So, like we saw in the concrete example, some of the auto tags that exist are rebar and formwork. If you want site auto tags, there is site earthwork, site utilities, trench, etc. I leave a link in the description of the video so you can see any updates. From the desktop view, we can also add any references to the photos and videos and filter all of them based on either location, title, a photo type, reference by, and of course, our tags. For example, let's filter our photos based on our rebar tag. Besides all the options for filters in our photo library, we can also go to the Issues tab from the desktop and link existing issues with photos or create new issues as well, like we did from the mobile app. So for example, we have this specific nonconformance report, and if we go to the details of this issue and the references, we can add one of our new photos to this issue. Like we've observed during this technical demo, the real power of the system comes from unifying all these different aspects as one common data environment. You have your photos, you have your files, you have forms, and all these items can be linked in the system. It doesn't matter if you're creating them from the mobile application, from the desktop, but those connections are there in the system. The information is live, and all the users who have permission to those certain items can track the history and see the relevant references. Again, we're simply going to add a location from the location breakdown structure for a photo in the desktop, in this case area C, for example. And we'll also add a reference for an existing form. We can select it from all the forms that are associated to this project, which we'll see in a list. But we can also reference a form that we create from scratch and we fill out from here in the desktop. So for example, our daily safety inspection report, which is the same form that we previously filled out from mobile. So you see that it's quite simple and you can also do it from desktop. Now we've completed referencing those forms to our photo. Last but not least, an extra tip of the details in the mobile app. You can always select a photo and change the title to whatever you want. For example, blog. It has been a pleasure to share this demo with you today. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and of course reach out to us at Accienta for any additional information regarding Autodesk products or Autodesk Construction Cloud in particular. I hope you enjoyed this video and see you next time.